We're live, and we're listening to Skip, and we're listening for you. So let me just focus this in on the radios here. Whoops, wrong microphone, man. I just got in from outside. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? You copy 612, Skip Junkie? 612, Skip Junkie, breaking. Starting to fade out a bit here. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612, Skip Junkie, break. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612, Skip Junkie. 612, Skip Junkie, waving. Working a lot of it in my car just before I got home, so we'll see. I'll get out here on the base. How about it, Skipland? How about it, Skipland? You copy 612? 612, West Coast to Canada, breaking. Let's go down to the free band. Breaker DX land, Breaker DX land, 612 West Coast to Canada, women. Anybody out there in Skip land? Copy 612 West Coast to Canada. We're listening. Breaker DX land, Breaker DX land, 612 Skip Junkie with the wave. Definitely nobody on that channel.
California 319. Tag 4115 is in the cloud.
Breaker DX land, 612 West Coast to Canada on the side. Too noisy. Hey, 2x6 Alabama. Hey, Alabama, 612 West Coast to Canada, waving. 911, you're shaking the radio. Hey, 911, Birmingham, Alabama, 612, Skip Chunky, West Coast to Canada with the wave. It's coming in really good. Noisy, man. Have a good one down there in Alabama, buddy. Do appreciate the comeback. Have a good weekend out there. And we'll listen for you again. 612, Skip Chunky, reading the mail. Breaker. Breaker channel. Breaker. 612, Skip Junkie on the side. 612, West Coast to Canada, waving. Here we got in there. We have the squirrel. Okay, what channel are you on, bro? I'm on channel 30. Let's just see. I'm on 32 right now, but you know what? Just a minute. Let's go to a quieter one. I'll go to 30. Breaker DX. I'm on channel 30 right now. How about a DX land? 612 West Coast to Canada on the side. So far, so good. It's quiet. How about a DX land? 612 West Coast to Canada, break. I'm moving around the channel. Breaker channel. I'm on 35. 34. Breaker channel. $612 West Coast to Canada, waving. I hear somebody in there. 612 West Coast to Canada, waving. I'm going to go to 28. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 on the West Coast to Canada, break. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 on the West Coast to Canada, break.
boy, New Orleans, they get paid for radio talk. I think
Hey, New Orleans. Hey, New Orleans, you're making a good trip up here to the west coast of Canada, 612. Wait a minute. How about that New Orleans, 612, west coast of Canada break? How's this radio making it out on 28, 612, west coast of Canada? Listening. Breaker channel. You copy this 612 west coast of Canada. 612 west coast of Canada breaking. Sometimes I just like to go to a channel with a lot quieter. Maybe there's one or two people on it. We'll see if they can hear me. Breaker channel 612 west coast of Canada. Nope. 1915 now. Breaker channel 612 west coast of Canada on the side. Okay. Hey Joe, have a great day. What's left of it? Yes, wild geese 399. Yeah, it is first full day of fall, 3:49 p.m. You as well, my friend. Oh, there's somebody in there. That's Transistor, I think. Hey, Transistor, do you copy 612 west coast of Canada? 612 west coast of Canada, waving. Somebody in there. Breaker channel. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 west coast of Canada on the side.
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Somebody's on the transistor there. This is 32. Transistor going to the lake.
Waving at you, Transistor. Good to hear you in there, man. 612 west coast of Canada. Skip Junkie with the wave. Bring it back, Transistor. 612 west coast of Canada.
Transistor's gone to the lake. This is 72.
A 72. This is 612. Skip Junkie waving.
Okay, 612. Big ol' honey to you. Y'all have a good weekend.
You as well, my friend. Always good to hear you in there, buddy. 612 Skip Junkie out here in the Gulf Islands. Will be on the side. Cheers to you.
Okay. Have a good weekend. We'll catch you another time. 612. 72. Back out.
Yeah, take care, man. He always comes in good, that guy. He always comes in good.
Yeah, back to you.
I got chips here, man. Let's see where else we can talk. A229 Georgia. A229 Georgia. 612 west coast to Canada waving. How about that 229 Georgia? 229 Georgia. 612 west coast to Canada break. Breaker DX land. 612 west coast to Canada on the side. How's this radio making it out? 612, west coast of Canada, break. Skip's kind of fading a bit. Starting to fade out. Only coming in a couple S units. Until you go to 6. Breaker. Breaker channel. Breaker. Break channel. What's your 1020? You sounded good on the west coast of Canada. You copy this 612, west coast of Canada, break. Breaker DX land, 612 on the west coast of Canada. Gone. Your audio's working, man. Audio's working. 612 waving. Breaker skipland, 612 on the side.
Southern California, thank you, sir. 227, Louisiana.
227 Louisiana, 227 612 skip junkie waving. See who's in here. Let's see who's in here. Going good, going good. Good afternoon, Garrett. Aloha. Hey, they've opened up all the travel in Canada now. Can actually hop on a plane and I can fly after September 30th. How about that? But you still got to wear a mask on a plane. I don't do masks, so I got to wait till they drop that mandate too. I'm not a mask guy. I like to breathe the fresh air. So I'll tell you something. I was around my buddy for a few days. He said, "Hey, Joe, come out and visit sometime." So anyway, so yeah, I'll come out and visit. He says, "Yeah, but he's got the Chinese flu. You know what I'm talking about, right?" I says, "I'm not worried about it because I've already had it. So my immune system that much better." So I was hanging around him for a few days and in close quarters in my car, in his house, whatever. And never got it, man. I never got the Chinese flu. I had it the first time around, but looks like my immune system fought it off and I never did get it. So he actually picked it up on a cruise ship. He was on a cruise ship. Everybody had the special medicine and he came home with the Chinese flu. How about that? So anyway, the dictator of Canada has opened things up on September 30th. We will be able to fly anywhere we want. So we got a little bit of our freedom back, which is really nice. I guess all the nonsense is done with now. So one of these days I'm going to head back to Hawaii. Definitely going to head back to Hawaii. I'm missing it. Good to see you, Garrett. Breaker DX land, 612 west coast of Canada on the side.
Would make it to California.
Breaker channel. You copy this 612? 612 west coast of Canada.
They call it 10 pill on this old barefoot Zach routine.
Hey, 10 pill, you're blowing smoke on the west coast of Canada. 612 waving. See if you can hear me. Hey,
That's correct.
10 pill, 612 west coast of Canada waving.
How does this old Zach routine sound?
If you're talking to me, you're blowing smoke on the west coast of Canada. I don't know if he's talking to me.
Thank you, Seth Martin. We got a couple of guys coming back to 10 pill. You boys have a good weekend. I'm on this old barefoot Zachary T. Just trying to make the trip.
You're making a trip to the west coast of Canada. 612 waving, if you can hear me. 612 waving. It's fading out. Let's see, I'll go to sideband. That's weird.
Down and get over here when that old skip ain't tearing you up too. Alright, I'm like you, that skip truck, so we'll catch you later.
Great. Well, that's kind of weird. Why does it do that? There must be a short somewhere. Very weird. Like it craps out sometimes. Rager channel. Rager channel 612 on the side.
I had my hand with so much skip that I had my ears plugged up. I didn't think nobody would know. I had the headphones on. I wanted to see what this microphone sounded like. So when all that skip died down, I come back in here later and recheck it. It is working now. This is the one that was squalling and squealing yesterday.
Rager channel.
No.
You copy this 612?
The one that quit still quit.
People key up so fast they can never freaking hear you. CQDX 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. CQ 791 West Coast to Canada. CQDX 791 West Coast to Canada on the side.
Yeah, whenever I hear a nice sounding station like that, I gotta at least pay a compliment because, you know, they're far and few between.
438 Montreal 791 waving back. Hey, 438 791 waving. Montreal. Okay, I guess you lost me in there. 438 Montreal 791 West Coast to Canada QSX.
Before too. I got you with a lot of traffic, and I got a copy of it.
All right, 438 Montreal 73s. Have a good weekend, my friend. 791 Southern Gulf Islands, far west coast to Canada on the side. Cheers.
Running the SDR.
Well, you heard me in Montreal. That's a good thing. Turn it down a little bit here. Hey, Virginia, you're sounding good on the west coast of Canada. Yeah, Virginia, 465 Virginia, 791 west coast of Canada.
He's got it going on, no doubt. I just can't remember. I've never actually talked to him, but I've heard him come in. But it's 222, I think.
CQDX 791 west coast of Canada on the side.
Anyhow, hey, nice talking with you, and I'll be back on the side here.
QSK. How's this 791 making it out? 791 Southern Gulf Islands on the side. CQDX 791 west coast to Canada on the side.
I'm in London on 425 and talk to what?
You know what? I'm going to go to a bigger radio and a more power, and we're going to see if we can get out better. Oh, actually, let's do some barefoot here. A Pinto Bean, Alabama, 612 West Coast of Canada. Break. A Breaker DX Land, 612 Skip Junkie, 612 Skip Junkie, West Coast of Canada. Waving. That's barefoot. How about a DX Land? 612 Skip Junkie, West Coast of Canada. Break. Skip starting to fade. Big Show. What channel? I'm on 28. Good afternoon to you, Garrett. And yeah, Big Show. I'm on 28 right now. Breaker DX Land, 612 on the West Coast of Canada on the side. How's this Barefoot Radio making it out? 612 West Coast of Canada. Waving.
No doubt about it. Top of the evening time to you, big brother. I hope your weekend starting off real swell for you. 319, the Magnolia, waving a small hand, and I'm back quiet.
Hey, 319 Magnolia. 319 Magnolia, 612 West Coast of Canada. Waving. Breaker DX Land, 612 West Coast of Canada on the side. How's this Barefoot Radio making it out? More of a challenge barefoot, isn't it? How about a DX Land, 612 West Coast of Canada. Waving. How's this Barefoot Radio making it out? Can anybody out there hear me in Skipland? 612 West Coast of Canada, reading the mail. Hey, Virginia, you're sounding good on the West Coast of Canada. Virginia, 612 West Coast of Canada. Break. How about a 233 Alabama, 612 West Coast of Canada. Breaker DX Land, 612 West Coast of Canada on the side. She really fading out of here. So let's try a vintage radio. Let's try the 458. Let's try the 458. How about a 357? How about a 357, 791 West Coast of Canada. Break. CQDX 791 West Coast of Canada. 791 West Coast of Canada on the side. How's it going, Bob? Hey, the other day when I talked to you, I was actually in my vehicle. I was in Cloverdale. Yeah, I could hear you out there, man. It's a long way away. Okay, I'll let you get back to the skip. I'm just kind of cruising around. All right, enjoy, man. CQDX 791 West Coast of Canada. Oh, Dallas is in there. Dallas, what's going on? I am on channel 39 right now, lower 39. So if you're out there, try. There's a lot of skip coming in. Well, it's actually starting to fade. It's actually 4:07 p.m. and it's starting to fade out right now. So maybe we can still contact each other. Virginia's coming in. CQDX 791 West Coast of Canada, 791 West Coast of Canada on the side. Oh, you're at work. Okay. Well, next time we'll get you. CQDX 791 West Coast of Canada, 791 West Coast of Canada on the side. Whereabouts are you, 212? Are you in there? 212 791 Gulf Islands, far west coast of Canada on the side. Yeah, I didn't get your QTH. I hear you coming back to me. 212, what's your QTH? 791 Southern Gulf Islands, far west coast of Canada. Listen. I hate when I can't get their QTH now. It drives me crazy. 212, wherever he is. Good afternoon, big show. And others in there. Yes, good afternoon to everybody. It is, like I said, it's 4:09 p.m. here now. CQ, calling CQDX, 791 West Coast of Canada, QSX. Damn clarifier, I'm on the old 458. My other clarifier, the other 458 doesn't do that, but it doesn't have the, well, actually, no, it's got these channels in it. It's got the lower ones, and that's right. This one's got the upper ones.
Okay, sorry, buddy. I didn't know if you're in your car or not, or you bumped it with your arm in the corridor. Anyway, okay.
I'm on the old 458 with the slider, and, you know, it's kind of getting old, so it kind of moves on its own. Okay, there we go. I kind of fixed it a little bit there. Yeah, I went down Steve's Road yesterday. We were out there on our bikes in Chemainus. Wendy and I ride to Chemainus, so I go down Steve's Road because there's some big palm trees on his road, and now I know exactly where he lives. I can see the antenna on his roof. It is. Looks like the elements might be bent a little bit. The neighbor beside him's got a flat side Yagi. Yeah, I think the neighbor's a ham. Looks like a tri-bounder, like a ham antenna.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, happy DX. I'm going to talk to you later.
All right, catch you later. There we go. Not a lot happening. Not a lot happening, folks. It's kind of fading out. I worked way more people in my vehicle when I was in town. How about it, South Carolina? 791 West Coast of Canada. Or 612, sorry. 612 West Coast of Canada. I'm on AM now. Breaker DX land. Anybody out there copy 612 West Coast of Canada? Turn that off. Too many radios. You know what it's like. I know you guys have lots of radios too.
But I hope it's
he's coming.
Clear on your end, and I appreciate the flowers.
Breaker channel. You copy this 612 West Coast of Canada.
142, I appreciate it. In there, and another station come up in there on the way to load him. I couldn't really get to numbers, but it's getting a little crowded. I was fixing to step back outside, but anytime to you, 142. Big old weekend away, 6-pack getting back.
Hey, 6-pack, Smoky Hills, Tennessee. Hey, 6-pack, 612. Your friend 612, Skip Junkie waving. How about it, 6-pack, Tennessee, 612 waving.
Heard something 12, 212 maybe, but we're trying. It's crowded in there, man. I apologize. I'm trying to get it back.
Hey, Smoky Hills, Tennessee. Hey, 6-pack, 612, Skip Junkie. 612, Skip Junkie waving.
152 and 612. I got both of you. 152 and 612. Evening time to you. 6-pack Smoky Hills. Trying to separate.
Good to hear you in there, man. I was sounding good on my receive. Have a good weekend. 6-pack, Smoky Hills, 612, West Coast of Canada, waving. Hills comes
I
in.
appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate the kind words. I said, it's just Mother Nature, my friend. That's all it is. And of course, it's a 40-foot boom antenna, 8-foot Mako flat. Helps me out a lot too. I appreciate all the kind words.
Have a good weekend out there in Tennessee, man. That was good to hear you. 612, reading the mail. Cheers and 73s. 6-pack.
And 612, good evening time to you, buddy. I could hear it's just mix and mash up down here on my receipt. But 612, good evening time to you, my friend.
Right back at you, buddy. Have a good one, my friend. Enjoy the weekend. 612 on the side. Okay. 70 miles north of me. Wow. Okay, cool. Weather has been good here at least 2 days. Yeah, it's been very driest summer here on record, Cal. Driest summer on record. Very, very dry.
I'm out of the way now.
612 Smoky Hills. Cool. That guy's on lots of my video gates.
All right, great big old weekend away one more time. Look forward to it. We'll see you.
See, Dallas, if you weren't working right now, I'd be talking to you on the DX.
I think I would bless you. I appreciate you, my friend.
That's channel 30. He's got an 8-element flat side beam. Wow. That's a big antenna, Mako. I'd love to have an antenna like that. If you're home, Dallas, I'd be able to talk to you. Well, hopefully next time the DX is running and you're not working, we're going to talk. We're going to talk, buddy. Oh, cool. Right on. Thanks, Dallas. Well, he's definitely on my video gates. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612, Skip Chunky. 612, Skip Chunky, reading the mail. Oh, I fixed my microphone properly. Finally, I had to figure out the wiring on it. We're waving back at you, Mississippi. We hear you in there, man. DX is kind of on its way out, but we hear you waving at the Skip Chunky. 612, Gulf Islands, West Coast of Canada with the wave. Kind of fading out. Mississippi's in there waving. $22. Yeah, that's been really hot here too, man. Thanks, Dallas. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Cal, it's been a dry, hot summer here, and it's still hot and dry. We need rain, man. We need rain. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? You copy 612? 612, Skip Chunky, West Coast of Canada, break. How about it, Skip land? How about it, Skip land? 612 on the West Coast of Canada, break. Really starting to fade now. Oh, 33. Breaker channel. Activity on 33. Breaker channel 612, West Coast of Canada. Break. I like this old RCI, you know. Breaker channel, anybody out there? 612, Skip Chunky on the side. I'm on channel 915. 612, Skip Chunky on the side.
365 Nevada. I'll see you quickly.
The Atlantic hurricane. Yeah, there's one hitting Nova Scotia, apparently. Do you find your D104 sound pinched? That's my experience. I've been recently been using a new I've had put up, figure out why I've tried everything. The lollipop I keep turned down, Dallas. I got to keep turned it like probably less than halfway. And, and this one here I got at 6. This handheld D104 I got at 6. And I don't know what I got this one at. This is the other one I have. This is an static 878DM. Yeah, 878DM. And I got it turned down less than halfway. So I don't turn them up too much. I find with the lollipops, they pick up a lot of background noise. So I keep them kind of turned down. But if I turn them up too high, they kind of over mod too, right? Yeah. 6-pack waving. 6-pack. Jimmy Cole. You know what? 6-pack, you're on lots of my video gates. So a lot of times I'll shoot with my camera too. Right now we're doing a live stream, but a lot of times I shoot with the camera. So if you search this channel, 6-pack, and you punch in Tennessee or 6-pack Tennessee, CB radio skip or 11 meter band skip, you're going to come up on my video gates and you can see how good you sound. You blow smoke up here, man, just like Dallas. Yeah. Atlantic Hurricane. So anyway, I'm on channel 2 or 6 right now. I'm going to go back up to channel 30. Maybe 6-pack is in there. How about it, 6-pack? How about that 6-pack Smoky Hills 612 skip chunky break? It's starting to fade here. I mean, you could probably hear me with your 8-element beam, but I'm probably.
Hey man, I was just watching your feet there. I didn't. I was out in the garage feeding my demons, but I'm still here on 36-pack waving.
Waving back at you. You sound like you're sitting right in this room with me, man. You should pour you a cup of coffee.
Good deal, my friend. That's how we like it. You know, that's how we do it. That's our goal. So I've completed my goal for today. I'm tickled to death about it.
Sound good, man. Beautiful audio, amazing signal. You're pushing the bars up on this RCI right to the end. I think you're going to shake my radio right off the desk.
Well, good deal, man. Like I said, Mother Nature. It's all about the Mother Nature thing. And these electronics, what you can do with them today is crazy. But anyway, one more time, I'm going to get back to my rat killing, and best wishes to you and yours from me and mine here in Smoky Hills, 672. Big old weekend later.
It was a pleasure to talk to you, buddy. You got an awesome sound and station, and we'll be listening for you again. I'm glad you made another one of my video gates, man. Have a good weekend, bud. 612, Skip Chunky, reading it. There we go. Now you know how good that guy sounds. Jimmy is loud.
Hey, San Diego, let me swing down your way, my friend.
There he is.
Hey,
Booming
San
in.
Diego, I'm going to try to swing down your way, my friend.
6-pack waving. There we go.
And get it back to you. San Diego 6-pack trying.
Good sound and station, man. Sorry, guys. I'm eating my chips offline. Off the camera here.
All right, my friend. I sure appreciate it. You're doing a good job coming out of San Diego as well. But big old weekend wave to you, my friend. Hope all the well and well on your end. 672 Smoky Hills back out.
He's the only guy on frequency there. He's the only guy I can hear right now. I can't hear San Diego because it's not running that way. Yeah, thanks a lot, Dallas. I totally appreciate it. It's nice to get Jimmy in there. And, well, now he knows what he sounds like here on the Gulf Islands of Canada. I don't know what his elevation is. I'm guessing he's up pretty high. We're about 160 feet above sea level here and about 900 feet from the Pacific Ocean on this island. So that's pretty awesome. Dallas, you're on many of my video gates. I've even talked to you in my mobile. I think I've talked to you a couple of times in my mobile for sure. Yeah. You guys are what, 2 hours ahead of us there? So it is 6:22 in the volunteer state. Hey, tell you something. 2K, 2,000. Wow. Nice. The highest mountain on our island is just over 2,300 feet, located on the south end of the island, but there's hills and mountains all around us here too. If I was up there, it'd be getting a lot better. Anyway, hey, the dictator of our country, I call him the dictator, he's dropped all the mandates on September 30th. All mandates are dropped, travel mandates. So that means I can travel, people can travel here with no BS attached to it, right? So that's a good thing. But you know what? I'm really not going to travel right now at this time. I'm going to wait a little bit. Wait till things cool down. Anyway, Skip is fading. See what we got here.
We'll catch you another day, another way. 73 your way, 189.
Hey, 189. Hey, 189. 612. Skip Junkie, West Coast of Canada, waving.
You're making a trip. 189.
Yeah, 189. You're sounding good up here from the Bluegrass State. 189. Have a good weekend. 612. Skip Junkie on the side. Cheers to you, mate. 612. Read the mail. 189. Bluegrass State. I'm in the valley, 900 feet above. So you're still pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good elevation. There is a beautiful audio. Oh, yeah, his audio sounds amazing. But yours does too. But yeah, 6-pack, really crystal clear audio, really loud. Kind of like, Motormouth Mall has that audio. It's kind of like that, really crisp and loud. Wild Geese, I'll see we make it to the Queen's. He made it to the Queen's funeral. Yeah, Justin Castro in Scotland. Ben 56 has snow forecast. Ben Nevis 56 north. No way, snow. No, I hope we have no snow this winter. I'm 500 feet here in the Oh, 500 feet's good. That's good. That's good elevation for sure. And when the conditions are right, you can talk just about anywhere you want. Today before I was shooting Skip here, I was in town with Wendy, my wife, and she had to run into the post office. I sat in my truck, and I talked to Louisiana, Texas. I was just sitting in the parking lot in Ganges, our village, and Skip was just booming in it. It is right beside the ocean. Maybe that helps a little bit, but I was at sea level. I was sitting at basically sea level, just a little bit above sea level in the parking lot with my Tram 300 mag mount on the roof of my truck. I do have a couple 100-watt kicker in there, which does help too, but Skip was just booming it. And I always find it really fun talking Skip on my in the mobile. So I went to Vancouver I got back this week. I was in Vancouver at my aunt's 100th birthday, and coming back over the bridge onto Lulu Island from Vancouver, Skip was booming in from South Pacific. I talked to Australia in my vehicle, Tasmania, and then of course I talked to a bunch of southeastern stuff. But the elevation, I was up on top of the bridge, so it must have been just the right spot at the right time, right? It was perfect. It was really, really good. Gotta love the Skip. And I appreciate you guys joining in the videogate live stream. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see what we can get here. Hey, Nail Driver, Magnolia State. Hey, Nail Driver, 612, Skip Chunky, waving. Nail Driver, you're blowing smoke, man. You're blowing smoke up here as usual. Have a good weekend, buddy. 612, reading the mail.
Well, do you know that Skip Junkie is doing the same thing in the mail? Just some more nature kind of got us lined up. That's Skip Junkie. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you later around the van on Nail Driver. This cruiser, these small lots, goddamn.
Cheers to you, buddy. Cheers to you. 7-3s to you and yours. 612, reading the mail. He always comes in good. Nail Driver, Mississippi. It's kind of nice, You just talk to the same people all the time. Canadian dictator drove past me in London last year. Boo. Good. Awesome. If I had rocks, I would have thrown rocks at him. That's awesome, Cal. That makes me happy. I heard he got booed in England. That's a good thing. Even the Brits don't like him. Good. Pinto Bean. Hey, Pinto Bean, Alabama. 612, Skip Chunky, West Coast of Canada, waving. How about that Pinto Bean, Alabama? 612, Skip Chunky with the wave. Now it's funny, the Skip's starting to pick back up again. You should have. Yeah, I should have given him the finger. Yeah, that guy needs to be in jail. So does Biden. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 skip junkie. 612 skip junkie waving. I love this guy, Pinto Bean. Hey, Pinto Bean. Hey, Pinto Bean, topside Alabama, 612 Gulf Islands on the far west coast of Canada, waving. Breaker DX land, how's this radio making it out? 612 on the west coast of Canada, we're listening. Noisy. That's channel 28. Hey, 440, 612, west coast of Canada, waving. I'm just flipping through the dial here. Somebody's doing a lot of bleeding over here. Let's see. Where are they bleeding over from? They're bleeding over like 10 channels, man. That guy right there on channel 6, man. Nobody down there talks to me though. If he got out of the car, I would have his car. Good. And Biden's car kept. Yeah, good. There's a few videos. I'm gonna have to watch it on YouTube. I'll share it on my Facebook channel. I share lots of that stuff on my Facebook channel. I'm sure I'm gonna get booted off again. And Twitter too. Breaker DX land 612 west coast of Canada. 612 west coast of Canada. Skip junkie break. I don't understand why nobody on channel 6 can hear me, but on other channels they can hear me. No, I'm not going to get off of channel 6. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 on the west coast of Canada. We're waving. Anybody out there on this free band? 612 west coast of Canada. We're listening. I'm on 915. It's quiet. Breaker skipland 612 on the west coast of Canada. We're waving. How you doing, Bear Squeezer? Good to hear you in there in the Hoosier State. You're blowing smoke out here on the Gulf Islands, far west coast of Canada, waving back. You as well, my friend. Have a good weekend. I tell you what, you're pushing up all the bars on my RCI here. Sounding real good. Sound like a local, man. You as well, man. I hope you're having a good day out there. It's the first full day of fall, and looks like a good weekend ahead. And hopefully we'll get some good more DX coming in. Well, I tell you what, you sounding good. Like I say, you got a really nice sounding station, my friend, and enjoy the weekend and enjoy the skip shooting. And we will talk to you again. This is 612 Skip Junkie, Gulf Islands of Canada. We'll be on the side, man. You as well. You as well, my friend. What the heck? It kind of crapped out on me. That's kind of weird. Sometimes, what is that? Why does it crap out like that? It's kind of weird. There's like a bad connection here. Oh, it's a bad connection on the back. That's really interesting. Bad connection on this radio right now. I'm going to have to screw around with it here. So these digital things. There. All right, take care, man. Thanks a lot. Sorry, my radio kind of crapped out on me. I didn't say my 73s. Have a good one. 790 or 612 West Coast to Canada. We'll be on the side. Cheers to you. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it does that. It just kind of craps out. So, oh. Yeah. Oh, there, it just died again. Dang. What's going on here, man? That's annoying. Oh, it dies on this. That's so weird. It's like it's shorting out with this microphone. Maybe it's the microphone. Let me put a different mic on here. Something's not right here. See if it craps out now. Hey, Kentucky. Hey, Kentucky. No, it's crapped out again. There's something not. What is wrong here? Maybe it's the coax. Something is gone wrong here, man. Trying to figure this out. Sorry, guys. I should be reading the comments, but I'm just trying to figure this out. See if it craps out again when I key up. Hello, about that Kentucky station, 612 West Coast to Canada. Sorry about that, man. I was trying to get back to my radio, kind of crapped out. Bad connection here. You're sounding good, Kentucky. 612 Skip Chunky waving. Yeah, 777. Bring it back to Skip Chunky. 777 Buckeye, sounding good, buddy, out here on the far west coast of Canada, out here in the Gulf Islands with the wave. Have a good weekend. 73's right back to you. Oh, it died again, man. That is weird. What is going on here? What is going on here? Why is it dying on me? So annoying. We hear you calling 612. We're waving back at you. 612, West Coast of Canada. Yep, sounding good on the West Coast of Canada, man. Waving at you, Kentucky. Thanks for the comeback, buddy. Have a good weekend out there. You appreciate it. 612. We'll be reading the mail. 7-3s. So what is going on here, guys, with this radio? Did it again. Really weird, man. Oops. Weird. Trying to figure out what's wrong with this thing. Maybe time for a new radio, huh? $6.12 on the side. 6. No. That's weird. I think it's a connection. I think we got a bad connection here. Take this out. Hmm. Not happy with that. Yeah. Not hot. That's what I don't understand. So it must be just a connection on this thing. I'm going to turn it off for a bit and turn on my RCI. Other one. Very strange. Bad connection. Ozark Mountains, I've always wanted to visit their big show. There's a few videos. How about a DX land? 612 West Coast of Canada on the side. $6.12 West Coast of Canada, Skip Junkie on the side. Breaker. Breaker channel. 612 barefoot radio breaking. 612 barefoot break. Barefoot, it's only about 6 watts. The video of Biden, yeah. I don't like Biden. Breaker channel. 612 West Coast to Canada break. This off of here. CQDX 791 West Coast to Canada. 791 West Coast to Canada, QSX. Yeah, really, because I was just down on AM shooting skip. I figured I'd come up here a little bit noisier down there. Yeah, I do like working AM skip. It's kind of fun. I talk to the same guys all the time. As I'm doing a live stream right now, videogate. So the one guy, I got a friend in Tennessee, Dallas. He messaged the other guy up in the Smoky Hills, and he said, "Hey, get on there. Joe's doing a videogate." So I talked to him on channel 30, so we could see how good he is coming in. And he's got like the guy comes in a element beam, and he's up a couple thousand feet above sea level. Yeah, it's cool just to jump around and you know, sometimes you can actually have a good QSO with somebody when it doesn't get too noisy. All right, take care, man. Have fun. We'll talk to you in a bit. All right, have fun. Hey, 129 Ontario, 791 Southern Gulf Islands, Canada. CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada, calling.
762, we're standing by.
You copy this 791 on the West Coast to Canada? 791 West Coast to Canada, calling. CQ, CQDX, CQDX 791 West Coast to Canada on the side.
CQDX 440, where's Columbia? We're on the side. We're down here. I'd like to talk to Nova Scotia right now, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I hear Ontario in there. There is Ontario.
Yeah, lots of Ontario coming in the last couple, 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm going to put some.
Yeah.
And watch it live as the storm hits. So
CQDX, CQDX 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. 298, we're waving back. 298 Northeast Texas, 791 West Coast to Canada with the wave. Sounding good, Texas. 298 Texas, 791 West Coast to Canada. Waving, we're on the side. Cheers. I think you said number 2, Ohio. Did you say Buckeye State? 791 West Coast to Canada with the wave. All right there, Buckeye State. Have a good weekend, my friend. Thanks for the comeback. Got a lot of QRM in here. It's a noisy one, but you definitely cut through the noise. Cheers to you. 791 Gulf Islands, Canada on the side. CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada, QSX. CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada. We're waving.
He's got a cabin in the woods there, so.
CQDX, CQDX stateside, 791 Gulf Islands, West Coast to Canada. Listening. CQ, CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. John talks. I think I might videos like you're like. Oh, cool. John talks. There's a guy in England that has a radio channel like this too. CQ, CQDX, calling CQDX, 791 on the West Coast to Canada. 791 on the West Coast to Canada, QSX. Hey, 298 Ontario, 298, 791 Gulf Islands, Canada, waving.
Try that again.
Got 298, 298 Ontario, 791 West Coast to Canada. All right there, 298, sitting in the shack in Toronto, sounding good out here on the Gulf Islands, Southern Gulf Islands, far West Coast to Canada, 791 waving. Have a good one, man. Cheers and enjoy the weekend. 791 West Coast on the side. Oh, somebody else calling me. Yeah, 139. You're making a trip out here to the Gulf Islands, far West Coast to Canada. 791 waving. Bring it back, 139, 791 West Coast to Canada.
Change my number to 129 because everybody calls me that anyway, so why not? I didn't get your number, somebody walked on you, but we did hear you.
Yeah, 129, 129 Ontario, 791 West Coast to Canada, Southern Gulf Islands.
7787. Well, good. This is Rural Radio 139.
CQ, CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. You should be able to hear me. I'm pushing half a kilowatt. I'm cheating right now. CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. QSK. 791 West Coast to Canada on the side. CQDX, CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada. Listen. CQ, calling CQ, 791 West Coast to Canada, QSX.
That's what I want to do. I just want to make it very simple.
We'll get back to one more person and I'll call it quits and eat some dinner. Hello, Brad. Brad, good day. CQDX, CQDX, 791 West Coast to Canada, QSX.
You've been talking on your radio and
CQ, CQDX, CQDX. 791 West Coast to Canada, 791 West Coast to Canada, listening. And my friend out there, LB, he's just marvelous too. QSK. QSK. USK. Hello, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, right on CQDX. I'm on channel 39 right now, Brad. CQDX, CQDX, 791 Southern Gulf Islands, 791 Southern Gulf Islands, far west coast to Canada, QSX. How's this radio making it out? 791 Colin.
Welcome to the week.
1102, 1102, 791 West Coast to Canada, win.
791 West Coast to Canada. We'll wave right back, buddy. Have a real nice weekend. You and the family be safe up there for sure. 791, 1102.
All right, 1102 Cleveland. Have a good weekend, my friend. Thanks for the comeback. Cheers to you. 791 Gulf Islands, far west coast, QSX. Ontario, lots of Ontario in there. So, Brad, I'm on channel 38 right now. And now I'm on, it's starting to fade out. I think I'll go to 36. CQ, calling CQ, 791, 791 on the west coast to Canada, QSX. CQDX, CQ, 791 west coast to Canada, QSX. Sometimes it's nice to go to a quiet channel. You never know who's listening. It's really fading out now. How about it, CQDX, CQ, 791 on the west coast to Canada, listening. CQ, CQ, 791 on the west coast to Canada, listening. Starting to drop out of there. Okay, let's turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. And go to AM. Turn the power up a little bit. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 west coast to Canada break. Breaker DX land, 612 west coast to Canada, listening. Or channel 28 barefoot. Breaker DX land 612 west coast of Canada listening. How about a 1-5 Alabama? 1-5 Alabama, 612 west coast of Canada on the side. Pretty much starting to fade out. I'll go down to 915. Oh, look at this. Breaker channel. Did you copy this 612 west coast of Canada? 612 west coast of Canada, break. How about a DX land 612 west coast of Canada, Colin? FM. That's FM.
Getting on the floor, she's no good. But anyway, she's sounding good to Texas. Once again, needle bender 909 is what we go by on the sideband stuff. But here we'll just go by 909.
26805. Hey, needle bender, do you copy 791 west coast of Canada? How about that Texas station 791 west coast of Canada? You can hear me. CQFM 791 west coast of Canada. What? Threw it out. No.
We enjoy it. Anyways, good to talk to you, buddy. Tony in Texas.
Hey, Texas, 791 west coast of Canada. How about that Texas station, 791 west coast of Canada, Colin? CQDX, CQ, 791 west coast of Canada, trying. FM, see if we can get back from barefoot. How about that Texas station, 791 west coast of Canada, we're trying.
Hello, 791 needle bender 909. Good to hear you, sir.
Yeah, how you doing, man? I'm doing barefoot right now. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, I hear you good. I got about 4 to 5 on the needle there. We're running an 8-element beam, and it sounded good to me there, bud.
Okay, I got you about 40, 50 over here, Roger.
Golly. Yeah, that is definitely a condition thing. So, yeah, you're sounding good, my friend.
Yeah, you're sounding real good. I swear to God, my meter on this RCI 2980 WX goes to 60, and you're hitting me at 50.
Golly, yeah, that's definitely, well, it is a 40-foot beam in the air, so that does happen. And we are running about, looks like about 118, almost a 125 there, Roger.
Not bad at all, man. You're coming in crystal clear, so I just wasn't sure if I get back to you barefoot there. Yeah, it sounded good. I'm running an IMAX 2000, Lollipop D104, and just the RCI 2980 barefoot out of the radio. So you're definitely sounding like a local out here in the Gulf Islands of Canada.
Well, I tell you what, thank you very much for the positive notes there. Yeah, like I was telling the other friend, our family actually owns the Shogun Antenna Company, and so we are now working with a couple of RF guys to try to create a small little 2, 3, 4 element beam, flat side beam that's specifically for right here, right now, Roger.
That is so awesome. You know, I talked to a guy in Ohio a few months back running a smoking gun too, and that's a nice little beam as well.
Oh yeah, those things are powerful. Yeah, we build those a lot. We have, as a matter of fact, we built one yesterday and it's sitting in a box, ready to go. But yeah, hey, good meeting you there, bud. Needle bender 909 Tony in Texas. Thanks for the contact, my friend.
All right, 909 Tony in Texas, sounding good on the FM side, buddy. Keep up the good work, and that's one of the beams I have to get. Cheers to you, 791 up here in the Gulf Islands, far west coast of Canada on the side.
Check, my friend. Have a good evening, buddy.
Cheers. Nice FM skip right there. North You hear that FM guy, man? Man, he was booming in. I got to write that guy down in the logbook.
Hello, West Coast. Anybody on the northwest corner? West Coast. Needle Bender 909 Tony in Texas.
I like that FM skip. That's awesome.
We heard a Puget Sound coming into Texas. Needle Bender 909 by the way.
What's the time right here? It is 5:03. That's pretty awesome. Cool. Tony in Texas. FM skip right there, man. I love the FM skip, man. It's really clear. Listen to
Needle Bender 909 Texas.
still shaking the radio up here in the Gulf Islands.
We hear another fellow right there below you there, Puget Sound. We can hear him coming through there. Hello, Puget Sound, Needle Bender 909.
26805. Pretty awesome. That's a really good skip. I like when it's clear like that. So this radio puts out about 25 watts out of the radio. So I got it turned up right now. So anyway, it's working. That's Dallas. That's 26805 FM. 26805. That's the FM channel that for skip. CQDX, CQ 791, Southern Gulf Islands, West Coast of Canada. $26,805. That's awesome. That was a good contact. So now I'll tell you what's going to happen. Australian skips should start to come in. Oh, actually, Breaker DX land, 612 West Coast of Canada on the site. I'm on channel 26915. 612 West Coast of Canada, 612 West Coast of Canada on the site. Starting to fade a bit. I hear somebody calling me. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 West Coast of Canada. Check my match here. How about a DX land? 612 West Coast of Canada. Listening. Fading. Well, maybe I've talked enough DX for the day. I got to figure out what's wrong with my RCI 2970 DX. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining in the videogate live stream. I'm glad I got to talk to Six Pack in Tennessee, and he actually made the videogate live stream videogate. So next time we're going to catch you in there, Dallas, when you're not working. Pop in here. We'll meet you on one of the channels, AM or sideband, or maybe even FM. We can go down to one of the FM channels, which is really nice and quiet. So have a good weekend out there, everybody. I got to get up early tomorrow. Tomorrow is market day here on Salt Spring Island. I help Wendy set up at the Saturday market, and her and her daughter do market day. I'll keep trying. You will, and I will hear you too, Brad, and you will make the video gate. You will make the video gate for sure. We'll get you on there. Have a good weekend and enjoy your Friday night. We are having homemade soup tonight. They made a really good soup yesterday with tons of vegetables and chicken and stuff in it. So, all right. Have a good one, Brad, and have a great night there, Dallas. Don't work too hard, bud. And we will talk to you guys, well, maybe in DX land, maybe on the video gate, right? Either way, we're going to chat. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching the channel. My other channel is Banana JSSI. I'll put that here for you. My other channel mostly pertains to gardening, exotic gardening here on the Gulf Islands, on coastal BC, the west coast of Canada. And my wife's channel is, you want to check out her channel, Gulf Island Rock. That's Wendy's YouTube channel right there. All right. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'm out of here. I got to go grab something to eat, and I got to figure out what's wrong with that silly radio. I don't know. Maybe it's just getting old. Getting old just like me. Cheers to you, and hang loose, and stay safe out there.